What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. If you are new here, welcome. I hope that you subscribe and stick around. So today, two witnesses testify in Diddy's trial. The first witness was Frank Piazza. The second witness was Cassie's friend, Brianna Bongolan. Her testimony is not finished yet and will continue tomorrow. I will make her video tomorrow. Today, we are going to cover Frank Piazza's testimony. So, Frank Piazza is a forensic video analyst. He testified that the 2016 hotel surveillance footage capturing Diddy attacking Cassie was not altered. Remember, Diddy's defense team has raised questions regarding whether the footage was manipulated, but the analyst, Frank Piazza, testified there are no anomalies going on in the file to indicate it had been manually altered. Frank Piazza's testimony gave prosecutors the opportunity to play the video several more times for the jury. The first 55 seconds of the video show Cassie standing in bare feet by the elevator at the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles, then retrieving shoes from her bag and putting them on. Diddy, clad in a towel and colored socks, is seen rounding the corner. He then grabs Cassie, throws her to the ground, and kicks her before retrieving her belongings, stomping on her, and then dragging her off down the hallway. Diddy is then seen in the video retrieving a cell phone from Cassie, who remains largely out of frame. Diddy walks away, but then turns back. Through a mirror, Diddy is seen sitting on a chair and hurling a vase at Cassie. Frank testified the male picked up an object on a small table, what appears to be a vase, and threw it across the room at the women. The jury rewatched the video taken from a different camera angle that captured Cassie in the hall outside the hotel room from which she testified she was trying to escape after a freak-off sexual encounter had allegedly turned violent. Frank testified the woman is walking down the hallway in the direction of the camera, referring to the footage of Cassie. Another camera angle captured Diddy dragging Cassie back toward the hotel room, but losing his grip, enabling Cassie to walk back toward the elevator, at which time Diddy threw the vase. The jury rewatched long sequences of the videos during Frank's testimony, including the moment a security guard appears, is seen talking to Diddy and Cassie, and then talking to Diddy alone outside his room. The video also shows Cassie entering the room to retrieve her duffel bag and then walking off. Diddy is then seen walking down the hallway with a cell phone in his hand while his other hand holds up the towel around his waist. The prosecution filed into evidence under seal 10 sex videos involving Cassie. The footage was dated between 2012 and 2014 and came from a user file marked Frank Black, an alias Diddy, allegedly used while traveling. So Frank testified that he also reviewed 10 of what he described as sex videos, admitted into evidence under seal after they were extracted from one of Cassie's electronic devices. Frank told the court that he enhanced the audio on a sexually explicit video that was also admitted under seal. Federal prosecutors contend that Diddy recorded the freak-offs and used the videos as a means to blackmail Cassie and ensure her compliance with his demands. Now, on cross-examination, the defense questioned why the timestamps on the videos jumped around. reflecting a concern the defense has raised that the footage may make it appear as if the depicted events transpired faster than they actually did. As a result, the assembled compilation gives the false impression to the viewer that the actions are taking closer in time to one another than is actually in fact the case. Defense attorney Tini Garagos asserted outside of the jury's presence. Frank testified that the cameras were not synced and the hotel surveillance system was buffering some of the time when the footage was recorded. Frank told the court in that process sometimes that the time is dropped. There were some portions that were motion activated and that took out the time. Additionally, the hotel's video surveillance system has the potential of being taxed and was not always able to produce smooth motion. Then, on redirect examination, Prosecutor Madison Smizer asked, "Did you conclude the video we watched today reliably and accurately depicted what happened?" Frank testified yes. Now remember, Diddy has never disputed what the video shows. After it appeared everywhere, he issued an apology on social media. Remember, he said in the apology video, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. He said that, plus more, but he said that. So now he wants to say that the video is altered. But what part is altered? What, the part where you kicked her? What part? So it's like, why didn't he say that when the video aired everywhere? Instead, he apologized. After he was denying it for months, he said everything that they said is not true. They are liars. I am going to prove my innocence. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, he lied. He lied. He said everything. Everything in the lawsuit is a lie. Everything Cassie said is a lie. And then the video came out. He apologized, right? He had no choice but to apologize. That's what these people do. Okay, they always do that. They're not really sorry. They just apologize. Because they know some people, that's all it takes for some people, to forgive these monsters. So, yeah, so now the video was altered. So what part is altered? If it's altered, what part? The part where you kicked her? I bet you it's the part where he beat her. That's the only part that's altered, right? Get out of here, Diddy. So, yeah, these people need to stop with that. Listen, take accountability for that. By saying it's altered, it shows the jury that you are in denial, that you are not remorseful. Because we know he's not. We know he's not remorseful, but at least now, be a man. Be a man and just be like, yeah, I did that. And I feel bad about it. But no, saying that it was altered is not a good excuse. It makes you look real freaking ridiculous. Like you're a freaking liar. You're a liar. Because had he not apologized, that's when he could have used, it was altered. That's why I did not apologize because, you know what I mean? But you apologized. You saw it like we all saw it live. And now it was altered. Not only that, he has a copy of it. He thought it was the only copy that he purchased for $100,000. So he has a copy. I'm sure he saw it over and over throughout the years. So if it was altered, it would be obvious to you because you held on to the copy for years, since 2016. So why didn't you call it out? Instead, they waited until weeks before the trial to say, it was altered. It was altered. No, it was not. Not only that, they tried to get it thrown out from the trial. But before that, They were trying to say, oh, it was just a little, jealousy thing, a couple fighting. Couple fighting. Yeah, okay. Okay, couple fighting. Well, I'm sure Cassie, fights back because she said that she used to fight back. But in this video, there was no one fighting back. It was only one person fighting, and it was you. You monster, it was you. You were the only one fighting. So, yeah, they tried everything to get this video thrown out because this video alone, people want him locked up just for that one alone because that's how bad, that's how evil this video is. So that's why they try so hard to get it removed from the trial because it's bad. Just based off that alone, it's bad. So yeah, you guys, that is all. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any new updates. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.